What's happening, y'all? So here we are. We're working on section 3.1, solving two-step equations. Unit 3 is all about solving equations. And the objective is, by the end of 3.1, you'll be able to solve two-step equations. Isn't that lovely? We're going to go with that blue right there, and we're going to go to the next page. First example, solve 13 equals negative 2x plus 5. So our objective here is to get everything away from the variable. We need to find out what this variable equals. So in order to do that, what we need to do is reverse the order of operations. So I look at this and I say, all right, what's happening to the variable? The first thing that's happening is it's being multiplied by negative 2. The second thing that's happening to it is it's being added by 5. So when we solve, we have to reverse the order of operations. Not only the order, but the operation itself. So we need to work backwards and think to ourselves, what's the exact opposite of these two steps? Well, the opposite of add 5 is subtract 5. And if we do that over here, we also have to do that on the other side of the equal sign, so underneath the 13. So 5 minus 5 cancels out to 0. 13 minus 5 equals 8. Bring down the equal sign, bring down the negative 2x. What I've got left now is this step right here, where the x is being multiplied by negative 2. The exact opposite of that is division by negative 2. 8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4, equals our variable, the unknown value of x is negative 4. And getting this habit, 13 equals negative 2 times negative 4 plus 5. This is a quick check. 13, does that equal 8 plus 5? 13 does indeed equal 13. So we have checked our solution. We know, we have confidence that it's correct. Same idea here. What's happening to the variable? We've got 13 equals y divided by 3 plus 5. So we've got 1 divided by 3. Whoopsie daisy. 2, we've got added by 5. So again, reverse everything. Not just the order, but the operation itself. Getting a little parched over here. I might have to take a drink of water. So if I stop for a second, that's what happened. So opposite of plus 5, minus 5, minus 5. 13 minus 5, again, is 8. We are left with 0. Cancellation here equaling 0. 5 minus 5, and we've got y divided by 3. What is the opposite of division by 3? Multiplication by 3. So I'm going to indicate that by putting a parentheses and a 3 on both sides. Division by 3 here, multiplication by 3 here, cancels that out. We're left with 24, hopefully, equals y. Let's take a look. 13 equals y divided by 3. I don't want y there, I want 24. So we're going to change that into a 24. Thank you very much. 13, does that equal 24 divided by 3? 8 plus 5? It does indeed. And I am all messed up. I'm still messing up. I'm okay. Am I okay? I'm okay. 13 does equal 8 plus 5, which is 13. Confidence that our answer is correct. Here we got to write a word problem. So I'm going to give you a second to read it while I take a sip of water. That was delicious. The music store sells a used guitar for $120. This is 25 more than 1/2 the cost of a new guitar for the same brand, What is the cost of the new guitar? So this is the question. That is going to be the value of our variable. Cost of new guitar, which is Lebanese for guitar. So let's go back and read a little bit more. Music store sells a used guitar for $120. This is 25 more than, $25 more than, I start thinking to myself, and I also want to start writing when I read that. $25 more than, 25 on top of, so 25 plus, 1/2 the cost of the new guitar. 1/2 the cost of the new guitar. In other words, 1/2 of X, which is the cost of the new guitar that we don't know. Well, what does all this equal? This equals some number. Well, this is $25 more than 1/2 the cost of the new guitar. That's supposed to equal the used guitar cost, which is $120. Now we have written our equation, which is probably the hardest part of this. We can hopefully solve it using the same steps as before. What do I see happening to X? I see it being multiplied by 1/2, and I see it being added by 25. So I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to subtract 25, subtract 25. El Gonzo cancels the 0. 1/2 X equals, what's that, 95? 95. Again, I ask myself, what's happening to X? It's being multiplied by 1/2. So I will multiply by 2. That's a little bit of a tricky one, because you think to yourself, well, the opposite of multiplying by 1/2 is dividing by 1/2. But if you remember back from reciprocals, dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So dividing by 1/2 is the same exact thing as multiplying by 2. So I can put a multiply by 2 here, and a multiply by 2 here. 2 times 1/2 is 1, so that's 1x. X equals, what's that thing, 190? 190 doll hairs, which hopefully should be the cost of the new guitar. Quick check, 25 plus 1/2 of 190, what's that equal? Hopefully it equals 120. 25 plus, what's that, 95? Does that equal 120? It does. Isn't that beautiful when it works out? Okay, again, another word problem. So, oh, I forgot to minimize this thing. Now my menu is going. I'm learning, y'all. We're all learning. You order Iris bulbs from a catalog. They cost 90 cents each. Each bulb is 90 cents. Shipping charge is $2.50. That's a one-time cost. I'm just processing this as I read it. If you have $18.50 to spend, that's kind of like a total. How many Iris bulbs can you order? So X is going to equal number of Iris bulbs. All right, so we have to build an equation. Iris bulbs cost 90 cents. So the number of bulbs, we don't know. That's our variable. X equals the number of Iris bulbs. We have to start building an equation. Well, I think I've got a total. I think I've got a total, which is $18.50. So that should be on one side of the equal sign as far as I can tell. We know we have a shipping charge, which is a flat fee. So that's going to be on the other side. This is going to make up part of our $18.50, the $2.50. This is $2.50, but this right here is $2.50, believe it or not. So $2.50 plus what? Well, it's going to cost 90 cents each bulb. Well, if I have 10 bulbs, 10 times 90 cents is $9. So I'm multiplying the number of bulbs times the cost per bulb, and that's going to give me a part of the total. So 0.90, whoa, X. I don't need the parentheses, but I put them there because I panicked from that little animation that just happened. I don't know if you'll see that. All right, so now I've got an equation. I should be able to solve it using the same steps. You'll notice I'm getting rid of some of my scaffolding, some of my structure on each one. I'm not writing every single little thing because hopefully you're building an understanding as you go. But you can always go back and check the other slides and see if they help you on this one. So subtract $2.50 here. Subtract $2.50 here. 0.90 X equals, what's that thing, 16? Then I have to divide, because this is being multiplied, divide by 0.90. Divide by 0.90. And then we got to figure out what that equals. I don't know, I got to check my calculator. I should probably have this on me. I don't know what the answer is ahead of time. Looks like 17.7 repeating, which is kind of unfortunate. So now you got to do a little thinking. What was the question? How many bulbs can you order? It says you can order 17.7. So if we go up to 18, we won't have enough money. So the answer here is going to be you can order 17 iris bulbs. And if you're not sure if it's 17 or 18, plug it in right here and see if it makes sense. Now it's not going to equal 1850. It's either going to be less than 1850 or more than 1850. Less than 1850 is fine because you have $18.50, so you'll get some change back. More than 1850, that's going to be a problem. Now you owe people money, and we don't want to get into all that. So 17 iris bulbs is what we can order. I think it is the last one. Let's see. That's the last one. All right. Beautiful. Let's wrap this up, y'all. So at this point, I would probably pause the video and see if you can do this one yourself. We've done a bunch of different problems, so I'm just going to go for it. I see C being divided by 24. I also see it being added by 4. So I'm going to get rid of the plus 4 first by subtracting. I've got 4 equals C divided by 24. I now see C being divided by 24. The opposite of division is multiplication by that same number. So I've got these two 24s canceling out, becoming 1. And I've got 24 times 4, which, if my brain is still working, is 96. And I can check it. 8 equals 96 over 24 plus 4. If my math is right, that's 4 plus 4, and that works. So that wraps up 3.1, y'all, solving two-step equations. Hopefully you can now solve them. Thanks for sticking with me, and make sure I do this right. Stop my video. Until next time.